Hi, world.
I am the host.
I'd like to introduce Ryan Payton, the host. Will introduce us.
Alright, this is the Kojima Productions Report.
And
Broadcasting live. Well, not really live. It's like EGM.
Live asterisk.
It was live at one point.
Yeah.
In Roppongi.
it was live when we said it. And this is Ryan Payton, your host. Not me, but the guy talking.
And then this is
James Mielke, executive editor for OneUp.com. And
Bettenhausen, executive editor for Electronic Gaming Monthly.
Ryan O'Donnell, director, creator of the One Up Show.
And we're here to talk about
Metal Gear Solid.
awesome
Kojima Productions.
represent in the house.
Thanks, guys, for making the time. You're all hanging out in Tokyo for a certain competitors event. It's really kind of small time event.
Yeah.
Yeah, it
They
was
showed a
fun.
couple games. They showed 18 games by Tetsuya Nomura.
It's funny, actually, all of his games were in one theater. It was like the Tetsuya Nomura theater.
Yeah.
Right
But
on.
of course, they had to put his name at the bottom, at the end of every trailer.
As if you didn't know.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Well, and the people who worked that theater, they were wearing these special jackets that he designed. That I said, wow, they were really tacky. Look at these sequins on these jackets. And like, those aren't sequins. Those are Swarovski crystals. Those jackets cost $10,000.
And they use those crystals to spell things out like Final Fantasy
Yeah.
Crisis Core on the back.
Like, each jacket $10,000.
No, that's true.
It's totally true.
And then on the second day, I saw the female version of the jacket.
They looked better.
Yeah, they were better. But I mean, they had male versions
Sounds
and
hot.
female versions of the jacket.
Nomura sounds like a busy guy.
Yeah, he's pretty busy.
Where's your crystal jacket for the Kojima Productions?
Yeah.
Do like all bullets, like expiring bullets.
You've got this lousy,
t-shirts.
you've got this lousy, super awesome, cool looking Metal Gear Solid 4 shirt hanging on your wall next to your dress.
Yeah,
And I'm really
addressed that,
jealous.
but we're actually recording this in my house.
Yeah, this is really cool.
This is the first ever for the show.
And I am crashing on your floor tonight.
That's right.
That's so rad.
That is.
Yeah.
Super rad.
Yeah.
Make yourself at home, buddy.
Thank you. Where's the juice?
I don't have a refrigerator. I don't have a
What
microwave.
is this? Is this
I don't
a
have
kitchen?
I don't have any cups, forks, spoons.
Do you have
Really?
a vending machine somewhere?
Downstairs. That's what I.
It's a
call
good thing
it.
you don't have a
That's
pet.
what it
If
is.
you had like a Shar-Pei in here, you'd be going insane trying to figure out how to get out of here.
You live a very Spartan lifestyle. I have a feeling you don't spend a lot of time here.
No, not too much.
You spend a lot of time at the office down the street.
Yeah,
That makes sense.
So how's that going these days?
it's it's not too bad. It's not too busy.
Ryan, when's Metal Gear Solid 4 coming out?
I read that EB Games told me it comes out next year now.
Really?
Yeah, and I've been contending on my podcast, the One Up Yours podcast on the One Up Radio Network, that I believe it is coming out this year.
Yeah, we're working hard.
That said, I don't think that, people would be too mad if it came out a few months late. I mean, it's still MGS4. Everyone's going to buy it and love it. Right?
Well, isn't it better for you guys? Like, there's always that Christmas rush. As far as for
If-
Oh, it's
media.
not coming out in 2007.
Confirmed.
Confirmed.
Yeah, as a fan, I think I would be okay as long as there's a playable demo by the end of the year. I mean, I would much rather have the full game by the end of the year, duh, but
Right.
I think a playable demo would suffice to sate my appetite until the game is finished.
It would be cool if you actually came up with some sort of downloadable demo that somehow linked into the full game later, like turned into something, rather than something that you just want to delete after the retail copy comes out.
something that kind of connects the whole
Yeah,
package.
something that stands alone as like, maybe it's a mini game that will affect the game somehow, or something to get a high score.
Also, if there was a demo in ranking, like international rankings, you can have the best graded, best times, that kind of stuff.
Give the top 100 players free copies of MGS4 or something like that. Do contests.
Put them in the game.
Oh, yeah, pod tags and whatnot.
Something.
People who enter the name
you-
James
guys,
Mielke,
these are all great ideas, but the fact is, and this is something we talked about before, the MP3 recorder kind of died on us, and we were talking about SAG for
Right.
the Screen Actors Guild, and
Oh, yeah.
if you have a demo that represents something different from the regular game, that's something you're not just like taking out of the regular game.
Yeah.
You have like an original piece of work.
Yeah.
You got to pay again.
But
Or
what?
the actors that appear.
But what?
Wow.
But what if you don't actually use voices?
It's Metal Gear. It has that voices.
Yeah, it's Metal Gear. What are you gonna do?
What if they're communicating through like what
If they're
if it-
signing each other, I think we're cool.
Yeah.
That's it. All
Oh,
sign
can you do
language.
subtitles? Be like, look, I can't talk right now because people are listening. And it's all
As
subtitles.
stealthy as possible.
Yeah.
Or Solid Snake could learn how to read lips.
This is true. These are all great ideas, and I'm taking them all home. And I'm taking them to the studio.
You don't have to
tomorrow.
pay. Like, what I'm just trying to say is, you don't have to pay the actors if if you're using the characters that they represent, but without voices, right? You don't have to pay them for that.
We have to pay them if their voice appears in another product, which an original demo would be a different
Right.
product.
Well, and since
Hence
Ryan,
sign language, Morse code.
since Ryan wants to appear in the game, he's trying to get his Taft-Hartley so he can be in SAG and make big bucks. So he
and then transition from gaming superstar to Hollywood's top A.
Soldier voice.
Yeah.
you're the new David Hayter, who was on this podcast, and that was quite entertaining.
Did you listen to it?
I did, and him doing his like old Snake voice was really funny.
Even a former one-up news editor, Luke Smith, it made him almost cry. He had goosebumps, and
That's cool.
I'm being super serious.
That's good. That's cool.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I think in this room the biggest Metal Gear fan is probably Shane here.
That's me.
And what do you think about the old Snake voice?
He claims to
I mean,
be the everything biggest fan. I think he's weak
No,
sauce.
I'm pretty sure that you're the biggest Bullet Witch fan in this room. David.
Yeah, it's true. It's true. Shane
You're-
just
you're
likes
also
the things
talking
that
to
are like
Shane, who's,
counter.
Honestly, the biggest Metal Gear Solid, not only the biggest Metal Gear fan in general, but the biggest Metal Gear Solid 2 fan that I've ever met.
So bigger Metal Gear fan than Brian.
I'm not sure if I'm actually impressed by that though.
Brian actually, I love Metal Gear Solid 3, but I think Brian might like it more than me, and I gave it a 10. So that tells you anything. But
There you go.
So you just got too hard.
Brian Intihar, who's like this big jock, he actually cried during the ending of Metal Gear Solid 3, which I did not do.
Did you have to hold it back a little bit though?
A
You did
little misty-eyed,
A
a little bit. But that was actually not during the ending. That was during the fight with the boss. He actually got teary-eyed like at the grave site scene, which I thought was like was it patriotic nationalism like welling up inside? I don't know, but
I didn't cry. I was just like, wow, they rendered new places and people for this ending sequence. This is the coolest shit I've ever seen ever.
Yeah, they rendered that office at the end.
Yeah.
And, I mean,
I
I
was
was
Brian.
impressed.
I was
was
Brian
super
go from
impressed.
like world's biggest Kingdom Hearts 2 fan
which
to
he
world's
is,
biggest Metal Gear Solid 3 fan.
to the world's biggest Madden fan. It's amazing. He's a multi-picture person.
He's a myriad
I
of
think he
styles.
would. I think he would resent being called the world's biggest Madden fan.
Possibly.
Yeah.
World's biggest Sporto.
Yeah.
So I thought we'd go into news real quick.
Yeah,
Sure.
what's going on? We've been kind of out of the loop, so you can fill us in.
I can fill you in on this little bit of news. Bad news coming out of Europe. Metal Gear Solid Portable Ops, the UK version of the
The
game.
incredibly late UK version of the game.
Oh, come on, guys.
The improved UK
The
version.
improved UK version has been delayed because of a printing problem with the game, and everybody, I think all of our fans in the UK already know about this, but there was like what we have in the United States is the ESRB logo. In the UK they have a BBFC rating, and the sticker for that didn't appear on the UMD case. It wasn't actually the package, but actually the UMD case or the UMD disc. So those were all the copies were recalled, and it looks like it's going to take about another week or two for the new versions, like the proper.
What happens to
Product.
all the old discs?
That's a good question. I don't know, and I don't know exactly. We're investigating why that printing error happened, because I actually have on my computer the proper approved UMD disc design that has the BBFC rating on it.
Are you implying foul play, sabotage?
It could be Konami's fault. It could be Sony's fault. It could be something at the factories. Like we're looking into it, but it just sucks for fans. And
You apologize on behalf of Kojima Productions to your fans in Europe.
I would if that entailed like us taking responsibility and then getting sued.
Any
I feel bad.
fan in the UK who wanted to play that game, if you were a super fan number one like Shane, would have pre-ordered it and
Perhaps.
as an import.
Well,
Or
but
imported.
we did announce soon after the US version came out that the UK version or the European version was going to have some enhancements.
Yeah, but you
what?
want to get the leg up. You want to get your
Yeah, so
skills
what-
down. So when you go to your little Wi-Fi hotspot,
You got 2 new maps,
Yeah.
2 new multiplayer maps. You got kind of an improved single player experience where we kind of smoothing out some of the dialogue. Ashley Woodard appears sometimes when Campbell's talking about things to kind of give you a hint about, oh, this is exactly what he's talking about. The menus the design is changed up a little bit.
Yeah,
We've got some careers for the soldiers, new careers.
It's been
like
a long
stuntman.
time since I visited the rape van. I think it's time. It's time. I think I'm going to import
Yeah,
that.
thanks for
version.
making me triple dip on that one.
Yeah.
And we also have the coolest cover in the European version.
Oh,
Really?
Have you guys seen it?
No,
I think the Japanese cover is pretty bad.
Japanese cover is pretty good.
What do you
that
think,
is
Shane?
nice.
it's worth it.
That is-
Everyone,
That's the cover?
Yeah.
import the
that's
UK
so cool.
version. That shit's
Let me look at it
dope.
closer.
Yeah, so
Yeah, that box cover is actually badass. I don't like it as much as Shane because it's not actually possible, but I think it's pretty cool. I think it's cool. It looked cool. It has like almost I don't want to say it because it might come off wrong, but it has some interesting graphics in the background.
It does.
Yeah.
So I'm glad you guys dig it, but I feel bad for the fans in the UK that the game got delayed, but just wait another week or two and we should be cool.
It's not possible to download like the extra maps and stuff, is it, to like the existing US or Japanese versions?
It is technically possible. The Wipeout Pure has downloadable content. They supported that game for a year after it got released.
You can't go anywhere without
Killzone
mentioning
too, right?
Wipeout Pure, can you?
Killzone had
Fair enough.
DLC.
But it's got to be
It's the best
integrated
PSP game
in the game before you launch it, before you actually print out that disc. You know?
Precisely, yeah.
So, sorry guys.
All right.
But I just thought you go into the mailbox too, because we get lots of letters and we try to address a lot of them on the show.
The mails.
The mails. We like to address the mails.
What do the mails say?
The mails say we got Phil from Arizona.
Hey, Phil. Hi, Phil.
Phil, how's it going, buddy? I'm glad to hear that you guys all play a lot of all sorts of games in your spare time. But I was wondering if there's any console that you prefer to play on over others. That was kind of a loaded question in a way.
It is totally loaded.
Let's let Shane answer his first.
Recently, I've been playing my DS a lot because of Pokemon. Pokemon's great.
And you've been on the road.
And I've been on the road, so Pokemon's perfect companion to my adventures across the planet.
But if you were home in your companionless state?
Where do I play most of my games?
Yeah.
If you let's choose your home console too.
Your
What's
home console of
preferred
choice.
home console
Of the current generation, or
of right now? Like if you're gonna go home,
play a game?
You know, don't leave it open for him to try some hardcore shit like, I'd play my
I play my
MSX.
MSX an awful lot. No, PS2 probably.
Yeah.
I guess. Yeah.
How about you, Ryan?
Well, I've been, like Shane, since we're traveling, I've been playing lots of PSP lately.
But like I say, I've been playing PSP more and more in the last few months.
As have I.
Yeah.
And I'm a PSP super fan. So.
You're a Wipeout Pure super fan as well.
Yeah.
How about you, James?
I play my Xbox 360.
Yeah.
There's a lot of games on that I like
360.
right now.
Yeah.
So, but I don't know. I guess what he's kind of getting at is like, do you prefer maybe the PS3 over the 360? I think that's probably the loaded question. Or maybe I'm reading this wrong.
No, I think you're right.
And so that leads me to something very interesting I saw on online to one of the biggest fan site for Metal Gear. It's MetalGearSolid.org, and they had a big story. I mean, they have a huge fan base and a huge reader base, and they just asked all their readers like, "What's your biggest fear in regards to Metal Gear Solid 4?" And a lot of people, and then they listed like
All the stuff.
The responses.
I think they filtered some of it.
The top responses.
Yeah, the top responses, and a lot of these guys said that. I got some of the quotes here, but MGS on 360 is my biggest fear. It's like our sole bragging right, other than the PS3 won't break every 5 minutes. Another guy says that my biggest fear is the Xbox 3 shitty platform, and things like that. And I thought it was interesting because. I mean, of all the things you can be worried about MGS4, like it's going to be late, or the single-player mode's going to be long enough, or the controls, or the story, I don't know, is that it's going to go onto another console?
I don't think that is that interesting, because like console advocacy isn't that interesting. It never has been, really. I mean, it really isn't. Like, those aren't good reasons. I mean, I think there are reasons to fear Kojima Productions also making it currently for Xbox 360, dividing your resources, pushing the game back further, lowering the overall spec of the game to fit on a console with different specs, like it doesn't have Blu-ray, the processors are different. There are reasons why that would impact the development of the game. And I think if Kojima Productions wanted to port it afterwards or have another team port it, that's cool. Who cares? Like, it doesn't ultimately matter. But if it does impact the development of the game, then it is bad.
Well, let me ask you this: like those are all very good reasons, but do you think that? Guys on this site, do you think that's what they're getting at? Is that we're going to be splitting resources, or are they just afraid that the 360 is going to get MGS4?
I think from those quotes you just read, it just sounds like they've decided I'm this fan, and like I can't like anything else, and like anything else is a threat to my fandom.
And I think that's stupid.
But it's you see a lot of that on the internet.
Yeah, you do,
right?
and it's sometimes not even worth addressing. I was kind of contemplating whether or not to bring this up on the show at all,
Right.
because. And like you guys are on this every day, like on your message boards, on your podcast, like the topic comes up all the time.
Sure.
It's like 360 versus PS3.
I personally like the fact that it would be on multiple consoles, because I really don't think Kojima Productions is going to ship a substandard product because they had to like average it out between two systems.
Right.
I think it's going to be kick-ass no matter what.
And I
like
can
the
tell
end
you-
result, you're never going to look at it and say like, oh yeah, well this texture could have been better.
I can tell you honestly, at this point, we have not like changed the game in any form, like with the idea of we got to do this on 360. I mean, put aside whether or not we're developing for 360 or not, but the game is built on the PS3 hardware, as you guys have known for the past
right.
2 years.
And
almost.
if you did put it out on 360, that doesn't mean like all of a sudden PS3 owners can't play the game. More people can play the game, and everybody should be happy about that. Get the console bias, console supremacy thing out of your asses. I would be happy for more people to be able to play it.
I would say that I am, as a fan of Metal Gear, I'm hoping for some really cool 6-axis support in the game, and I think I would be bummed to not get that support playing the 360 version.
Yeah, because I mean, we were talking about 6-axis the other night, and not many games are really using it well, and I think they're waiting for developers who actually take risks and do gameplay things, not just gimmicky shit. And I really do hope that leaning around corners and rolling around on the ground and stuff are done using 6-axis, and those are not things you can do on Xbox 360 currently.
It's hard.
What's the difference between like leaning around the corner using the left analog stick and leaning around the corner using the 6-axis?
The difference between
freeing up extra buttons.
Well, and the difference between playing Wii Sports and like playing tennis on NES, it's different.
I'm just worried. I'm more concerned that
like it's just like Rumble. It's like you get you more into the game. Do you think if you're actually moving?
Yeah.
That's if it's done well. Not that I would doubt Kojima Productions in doing this stuff well, but like I don't know. A lot of the times, like based on the Wii, for example, okay, because I don't really play a lot of PS3 games that use the 6-axis at the moment, but based on the Wii, a lot of times that stuff just feels really inaccurate. And if it was reliant on the 6-axis, and it was not like an optional thing that could enhance it, but if it was reliant on the 6-axis and it did not really work that well, then you're stuck with that for the whole game.
I'm hoping that there are things in MGS4 that are reliant upon the 6-axis. Are you?
I am.
Yeah. I am.
I think we're all in agreement with you, right, Numpy?
No, I'm like I still feel like they tacked on the 6-axis in response to the Wii, and the Wii's got its own problems, but I think that like Sony wanted to kind of counter anything from anybody. So here we got 6-axis control and stuff like that, and it hasn't been great yet.
I'll tell you,
is it better than not having it all?
I'll tell you that you have just admitted that you don't play games with 6-axis support. Well, I do, and
right.
I like the 6-axis games better than I like Wii
right.
games.
Well, and we were talking about this. Like, we're both fans of MotorStorm, and I regret the fact that when I first started playing MotorStorm, I did not play with 6-axis because now when I try to play it, it's difficult for me to learn.
But Ryan, you just turned this into like you like 6-axis games better than Wii games. I'm not saying that I like Wii games. I'm not saying that I like Wii controls
All
better.
I'm saying is that it feels more precise on the 6-axis. When I play MotorStorm, I play better now with 6-axis than I do with analog sticks. So your concern, which is that this is not going to function properly, is not a concern of mine because I know that it works right.
That's what you need to say.
Yeah.
Like
And I just said it.
Yeah.
But
the first time around, I didn't get that.
But
Okay,
for
you
the
gotta
final
know.
word, I will say this: that I believe that people who say that PS3 and 360 are technologically identical, that they are mistaken, and that the belief. I mean, there are mathematical things at work here that people seem to forget, processing power, and that they aren't the same. And when a lot of the PS3 games you've played that are 360 ports that are worse than the 360 game, but that doesn't mean that the PS3 is worse hardware.
That's true.
And I think a lot of developers are waiting, for like Sony or first party or great developers like Kojima Productions to really unlock the power of this platform.
Let's talk about the multiplayer element because like you guys have obviously been working on the the Metal Gear Online concept and
the next integration.
Been doing a lot of groundwork. And is the PS network where you guys would like it to be, or will it be by the time the game ships? I mean,
that's a tough question because what you're asking is like a Japanese developer basically, and for a Japanese developer, the PlayStation Network is very adequate for Japanese gamers.
Right now, think about North American gamers, which is currently the largest gaming market.
Of course, I mean, you look at Xbox Live; it's a very impressive network, but that doesn't mean that the PlayStation Network is no good.
No, I'm not saying that. I'm asking you like, I know that that's going to be an integral part of the game of Metal Gear Solid 4. So when I'm asking, and this is not a loaded question, I'm just purely asking, is this going to be good? Because the Metal Gear Online servers for Metal Gear Solid 3 have been shut down. Right. So because this is something you seem to have to maintain yourself, I mean, I really don't know how the PS end network or whatever works.
Well,
So
an interesting interjection here. If you haven't played Resistance or MotorStorm, the two first-party games,
Right.
they have dedicated servers, and they run better than Xbox Live games. They really do. But I wonder if a game Metal Gear Solid 4, it's not a first-party game, if they would be able, if Konami could do dedicated servers, because it makes a huge difference.
It does.
Yeah, I mean, that's something that we're looking
Yeah,
into.
you can't
obviously.
answer.
Yeah,
You can't answer
obviously.
this on this podcast,
Right,
but
but,
I would hope that would be a possibility.
Yeah, and there are certain things that are very attractive about the PlayStation Network. That that for some ideas that we have that Sony's been really helpful, and they're very excited about. And they're into this game. They want to make it happen. Not only the story mode, but the online mode, which is refreshing because Metal Gear is not really known for its great online, and we're hoping to really make a big impression with the online title that we're working on right now. So, but it's looking good so far. It feels good, and it feels so much different from like I've been playing Halo 3, the beta, and it kind of put me at ease a little bit because we're actually two totally different online experiences. They're both competitive online games, but you've got something that's more realistic, Metal Gear style with that kind of sense of humor, and then you also have you have Halo, which is just this sci-fi. You usually survive for about 30-20 seconds before you die, and you respawn. It's a totally different experience. So,
and any gamer worth their salt is going to be playing both anyway.
Yeah,
right?
and along with Gears, which I think is another animal. So in that sense, I think that we're on the right track.
Yeah.
We're not trying to emulate anybody. So
That's encouraging.
and I just like going to the next question. It's from Suhail from U.S. and he says, "Do you think it would be possible to create the document of Metal Gear Solid 4?" And as Shane might recall, that we had the document of MGS2, one of your favorite games.
Yeah, and I thought that was pretty amazing that they were able to release that in America because it was like a non-game at a time. That kind of thing didn't really happen.
Yeah, and what's ironic is that at TGS last year, I don't know if you guys picked up on this, but Mr. Kojima had his radio booth and recorded like these Hidechan radio podcasts, and he posed this question to all the visitors at TGS. He says, "Here's a list of all the titles we made. Which one what do you want? Do you want like a remake of Metal Gear 1, a 3D remake of Metal Gear 2? You want a remake of MGS 1, MGS 2, MGS 3? Do you want the document of MGS 4? Do you want Zoe 3, Snatcher 2? He listed all these games. And he says, whatever you guys vote, I'm going to make it. I decide I'll announce it here at TGS. And we tallied the votes. Document of Metal Gear Solid 4.
Wow.
And I just wanted to strangle.
out of all those possible options, like what people came down to was the document.
Well,
yeah, so in other words, what they're trying to tell us is that they're really excited about MGS4.
Right.
Right.
Well, but nowadays with these limited editions that come with a making of DVD, selling that separately for $30, not so cool.
Yeah, in turn, it could actually piss off your user base. So I don't know. Well, if you do get pissed off, you can blame all the visitors to TGS 2006. So.
Are you planning a special edition version of the game?
There's always a special edition version of the
There's
game.
been a
It'd be
premium.
cool.
Premium
It'd be cool
in Japan. There's been a premium package for every Metal Gear Solid.
Right.
game.
Well,
In Japan, you can pretty much count.
I'm seriously frightened of the box that comes with MGS4 limited edition, super uber, everything.
Thank God that the PlayStation 3 is not region coded. That means that everyone can enjoy the limited edition version of the Japanese PlayStation.
And
The people who would
hopefully
go
with
through that
all
much trouble
language.
anyway would probably.
Japanese
Japanese PSA.
Hey, Ryan Payton, wouldn't it be great if the Japanese version had English language voices on it too, since there's room on the Blu-ray disc?
Yeah, you'd think so. Well, we're looking.
You're looking into it.
We're
All right.
looking into it.
Nothing like paying like double the actors' rates per disc just to satisfy Shane's hentai.
Actually, I would really enjoy to play the game in Japanese. I've never been able to. I have never done that. And
Is it because you
Get your import
you
out.
dislike the
No.
English voice
I
acting?
really
Not because of,
I think it would be a different experience because, like you said, everyone likes the
They do.
Japanese voice actor for Snake, and I'd like to. The only time I've ever heard that voice actor is the original MGS demo that came out in whatever OPM.
Or if you
that
watched the
had
movie Innocence, I don't know if you've ever seen that Ghost in the Shell 2.
Yeah.
Oh, I haven't.
He's the lead character.
Ooh,
He's really good. Yeah.
But going back to this thing where there's a lot of people like on message boards that say that they want to have that option to be able to play it in Japanese with Japanese voice actors, and it's but a lot of those people, they don't like David Hayter. That's why they want to listen to the Japanese, or they don't like certain characters. They don't like just the English voiceovers in general. But you got to give the MGS4 a chance because I'm not even joking. Like, this is award-winning stuff that we're recording right now, and like I'm pumped.
I don't know why people gotta stick up their ass about David Hayter or any of those guys. It's not like it's an anime that was originally voiced, came out in Japan, whatever, and they're used to watching their fan subs or whatever, and it comes over here and finally gets this like Saturday morning cartoon voice kind of crap.
I think the people who are detractors, they feel he hams it up too much. I mean, that's generally what they say, but I think it fits. You know, like, it's a little over the top, but it fits.
Yeah, it's
a video game.
It's Snake.
It's a video game. I'm willing
and I think we've worked out a cool system with MPO. I don't remember reading any bad negative comments about David Hayter's performance in MPO. Like, I think he's getting better and better with every game. So, and then he's rocking, and I feel bad for him. You've heard his old Snake voice, and that can't be easy to perform.
I like the localization in MPO better than most of the Metal Gears anyway too. Well, and MGS3 was really good too.
Yeah, it's pretty solid.
Yeah.
Well, last question, and we can close this out. Aaron from the U.S. This is a good question for all you journalists.
Hi, Aaron.
I want to be a game reviewer, and I have some reviews up at legacygamesblog.com and some personal reviews on MySpace. And so I was wondering, how I could get into this whole business of reviewing games.
You can just have my job so you can deal with Shane.
That's it. It's settled.
It's done.
Aaron.
You didn't realize it was that easy, dude. Here's the keys to my car.
Well, you're already doing the right thing. But I mean, by having published reviews, that's the right step. And if someone finds those, maybe we'll go check them out. If they're good, we'll hunt you down. But yeah, you got to keep trying, keep writing, keep playing games. Like, practice makes perfect.
The sad part of it is a lot of it is who you know.
It helps, but not necessarily. I mean, there are other success stories of unknowns who just if you're talented. You
do something awesome.
Do something different.
Yeah,
that's my advice.
I got into the industry without knowing anybody, and what I did was I did exactly what you were doing, and I had reviews up on a fan site. Editor-in-chief of GameSpot saw my review, asked me to write for GameSpot, and that was it.
Yeah, you got to chase it. It's not going to come to you. You know,
Right.
people aren't going to knock on your door and be like, "Hey, want to review games?" No, you have to want it. You have to try for it. Passion.
The internet is the great equalizer. Everyone, anywhere, can do something. If you are an artist, you have the opportunity to make art and let the world see it. So just do something good. Do something that's yours.
Everyone has a voice, and if you want to go out there and you want to tell the world that you think Shane Bettenhausen really lowballed Final Fantasy XII, you can do it. And I support this, Everett.
My score was correct.
Correct to people who are wrong.
Sorry, I'm right.
Well, it's been a lot of fun having you guys on the show.
Thanks for letting me crash at your pad, Ryan.
I wish you guys lived in Tokyo.
Where's
Where's
the juice? Do you have anything in your refrigerator?
I have some water.
So it's like, hey, honey, let's whip up some dinner. Oh wait, can't.
It's called 7-Eleven.
Oh, nice. 7-Eleven.
7-Eleven.
It's a monastic lifestyle you lead.
All right, guys. Well, thanks for joining
Yeah,
the show.
thanks for having us.
Yeah.
Great.
Bye.